So here we are in the northern end of Tasmania, basically just off of the Australian coast, and we will be going to Melbourne, and I am hoping that we can fly over Albert Park in Melbourne, because now Formula One season has started, or will start. So I want to go there. We are flying the Cessna 172, which is just the default MSFS flight plane. It's easy to fly and say relatively easy to land. Then I haven't promised too much, and let's get. Oops, that was the wrong way. I think 2.5 is fine, and that is fine, and 43% for fuel, that's fine too. Yeah. So we are more or less just going, actually that we should be going north, right? And we are on a runway west. Oh, that's not right there. Okay, so we're going here and then going north. Oh, north-ish. 340 and 335. So let's set the heading up at 335 just to make sure that it's there and we can follow that. And yeah, we probably don't need to heat anything. What's the temperature here? It says 14 degrees, so okay, so pretty cold. But then again, we are south in Australia, and the summer is ending, I guess. So let's get flying. I don't see a lot of wind, but we are most certainly tracking. So let's get rid of the flaps. That should be okay now, and get some airspeed. And let's see. We go for altitude 2000. No, that was wrong. So I want to go for nav mode. And what should I do? Change what? Yeah, we can do that. So I think we can go nav mode now. Although I cannot see the path here normally, I should be able to see the red GPS boxes. Cannot see that yet. Yeah, let's I don't know where the... Should we go for heading instead? Because obviously we are not in range of the GPS box. Oh, they are there. Okay, so let's get the heading up a little over there to that side. Then we should catch the GPS. That's the problem of following this line and believe that that's the GPS course, but as you can see here, we are far off. So I'm going to go even further to cross the GPS along time before. You see now the GPS is getting closer and closer. Still not at a rate that I'm satisfied with. As you can see, we're going 20 degrees north, and the actual course of the GPS is 336, so that's crazy. So now we have the GPS and it'll take over. So that's fine, and we can most certainly get down on engine mode. And the avionics should take care of the trim wheel. So yeah, it looks fine now. Goody. And so let's see how long. Yeah, it's 192 miles. So we have 2 hours flight over the. I guess it's the Tasman Sea, right? Is that just a crazy guess? Yeah, it is. It's called the Bass Strait, Bass Strait, and not the Tasman Sea. The Tasman Sea is out east of our course. So yeah, you learn something new every day. And to the west is the Australian Bay, at least until Donald Trump has visited. The wind is 19, well, okay, if you say so. and altimeter set at 1014, so that I guess is from the weather here, even though we don't have any, so yeah, probably. Oops. Let's go here, see if we have 260 feet, and we don't have any weather there either. And what does it say for landing runway 26? That's fine, everything's perfect, I guess. See the trim at 9%, that's fine. So the airspeed is not so high, so let's get up. At least. Looks like we are using a lot of fuel though. It's on both, so I hope we have enough. Still 182 nautical miles. That's basically could present a problem. Let's see when we get closer to Australia. But I think we may be under-fueled, which is a bad thing as this is not a water plane. So that's going to present a problem. See if I can lean the engine a little. Not really. Doesn't really do anything. So, well, if you want to see the landing, whether I can do it or not, then you might want to scroll forward in this clip and see if I did it or not. I don't know yet, but you might be able to scroll forward. Of course, if you are on the live stream, then you can scroll as much forward as I can, which is not, but yeah. So right now the live weather in the area, as I can see on screen, it actually looks fine. Of course, it's night right now in Australia, but and I put the time down, but it looks very much like the weather here on screen in the game, so which is nice. Clouds, but scattered clouds, basically. Melbourne. Yeah, scattered clouds and nothing serious. So that's fine. And if we go and check the wind, it's fine. There's no problem with wind. 14 knots, and this says 18. So. Oh, actually, down here where we are flying, it does say seems accurate. It will it will be better later. Well, yeah, everything is relative. Yeah, when we get to Melbourne, actually, it will be very calm. But right here, actually says 20 knots now. Which maybe if you look at the wind as a vector, it might be correct. Let's try to see if we can get some other. So we are right now on option 1. This year 21, 22, that's actually what it says on the Predict Wind app. So yeah, realistic enough. Yeah, I still like option 1. Back to that one and see. So we'll just keep it here, and I'm sure that the autopilot will look like it. The autopilot is doing great. The only thing right now that I'm worried about is actually the fuel. Because we are still burning fuel at quite a high rate. I'm not going to worry too much before we get to 25 or maybe even 22%. But it looks like that might be soon, at least more soon than I would like. 172. That was 2% for 10 miles. So. That means 34-ish is like it's almost like an emergency landing if we even get there, right? That depends on how much wind we get on the nose. Headwind. But we will be flying more or less on the fumes. And I may opt to actually refuel in on the fly here. So I'll call a refueling plane and ask them to please come by and drop a few gallons of fuel in the tanks. They can do that. They are very skilled. Those military refueling planes. I'm sure they can refuel a Cessna 172 also. So this is going to be a long clip, and if you didn't scroll away from here, from before when I said so, this is going to be a couple of hours, and that means I will be walking around in the airplane. I don't know what, am I on a, yeah, I'm actually on a cargo plane. I didn't want that. I actually wanted to have my co-pilot with me, but yeah, I forgot her in Tasmania, so she's running around playing with the Tasman devil, I'm sure. So yeah, I will be running around the airplane, maybe making sure that the boxes are safe and going out back to the bathroom. There's a great bathroom out there with a shower and everything. And then I'll turn off the light when I do that. And I'll also go for a sip of water. So, yeah, enjoy the very, very boring flight over the Bass Strait. There's absolutely nothing happening here. Weather is relatively fine, and yeah, what I can do while I'm going to the back of the plane is I can stick the camera off the tail here and can enjoy the flight from here. That looks nice. Over here, well, I can see that I'm still inside the plane actually. So when I say I would go to the bathroom, I probably didn't mean it that seriously. But I'll turn off the sound anyway when it's talking. And I forgot my co-pilot, as I said, so it's fine. I will be back. And we are 148 miles out, and that means 20. Yeah, well, we're keeping the fuel consumption. So maybe, but it will be on the fumes. We will for sure get an alert that we are low on fuel before we get to land, and yeah. Now we have a headwind of 9, which really doesn't help a lot regarding fuel consumption at least. So yeah, we probably have to call the refueling plane, which I don't really like to do, but this is a long flight, and I tried a couple of times to do Sydney to Auckland in New Zealand, and every time I ran out of fuel. On the last one, which as I remember ended in a crash, I refueled just before New Zealand. Planes I have been flying from Sydney to Auckland, they have all fallen short of fuel capacity, and I don't know what plane. Now maybe I should try the Vision Jet someday to do that trip. It might actually be able to do it on full tanks. I don't remember the actual range of the Vision Jet. Let's see. Google is our friend. So if we go here and say jet. Oh. There. So if we go with the official Cirrus website, then I don't know if they say, yeah, they do. They say 1,275 nautical miles. That's too little. Not by a lot, but it is not enough. There's more than 1,270. Yeah, there's more than that. Let's see if we go on Google Maps. I'm already there, and go from Sydney, just somewhere in Sydney, and go to Auckland. That's 2,158 kilometers, which is 1,340 imperial miles. So maybe, let's see. But it's like you would again be landing on the fumes, and tailwind would be a very great idea. You would probably need to go high, to the actual limit of the plane's what's called ceiling. Then, yeah, maybe you could do it. But let's see. Here I have a calculator here that can do the math for me, so I don't have to think a lot. So go from kilometers to miles, and then say 2,158. That's 1,165. So you would have fuel worth of less than 100, right? That was it. No, 1,275. Yeah. So you would have 110 nautical miles worth of fuel if you did in perfect condition that in the Vision Jet. I'm going to try someday, not today, but it's still. So if you take this one, and it's 1,165 nautical miles, and the airplane is doing at the very best 300 miles per, and that again is nautical miles. So divided by 300, that's still a 4-hour trip. So it's going to be less amusing than this one, to be sitting and watching the ocean dry out underneath the airplane for 4 hours. That's it's not. So it may be that if I do that trip, that I do it, the first one, I'm going to do that, but I don't know if I'm going to do it as a live. Probably not. Another one that I would like to do is I don't know if probably Bamaga in the north of Australia, up in Queensland. I think there's an airstrip up there. Yeah, there is in Somerset. And then what I want to do is to go to Papua New Guinea, north of that, and I don't know, probably Port Moresby. That's a big airstrip there. So let's see if I can find that there. And then say measure distance. That I could do in the Vision Jet for sure. So yeah, that's 340 imperial miles, or 549 kilometers, and that's great. That's fine. No problem. I could do that even in the small aircraft here, the Cessna, I'm sure. And yeah, still we are a little low on fuel, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that I cannot avoid to do a mid-air refueling, so that's what I'm going to do. When we get around, when we get the alert that we are low on fuel, and other than that, I'm looking for flights, for requests on flights. That's it's great. I'm getting quite a few requests, so it is, and I'm happy to do them. The other day I did the 1st of September 2001 in New York, Manhattan. Probably the requester wanted probably to see the World Trade Center, but as it turned out, the World Trade Center isn't there. Um, uh, 11 days before they got crashed into by some terrorists, but they weren't there. And I'm in a way happy that they won. It's fine. I'm fine with that. The towers aren't there anymore, but the memories of those who lost their lives are still. It's only 20 years ago, right? It's 24 years ago. So, 23 years and 23 and a half years. So a lot of people, especially those that were kids and lost their dads, yeah, they are still traumatized. They're still thinking about it. Probably every September at least. So maybe after 23 years you're not thinking about it every day, but I'm sure they are still pretty much traumatized by the events from back then. So yeah, quiet and peaceful flight. Of course, we don't know how the landing is going to be yet, and I'm normally doing spectacular landings. That's the way to say it, I think. So let's see if we can see some of those islands out there. Well, no, they're not high enough. And that, of course, also is a problem regarding fuel consumption. I should have gone up to the ceiling of the Cessna, which is around 10,000. That would probably help me. See if I can get behind the airplane again. There we are. Hope you didn't get airsick by looking at that. So I'm going to take a sip of water and be back very shortly. I like the water on this. It tastes good and it's cold. Tasting water. So yeah, doing around 110. We could put that into the least we got a bit of timing here. We have been flying for roughly 40 minutes, and that means we are halfway, which of course we could see on the map too. I think this point here should be halfway, right? And we were loaded with 43% of fuel. So still not used half of the fuel we had, but we also don't want to use half of the fuel already, because we want to be sure that we have some fuel left in the tank. Of course, we don't need to have for the return trip, but we need to have some. Although I don't know what happens when we get to Melbourne, if I'm going to fly a little around there, and we will need the fuel. If I do something stupid as that, and I might very well do that, because I think I believe that I already decided to refuel as soon as we get the low fuel one, and we will get that in 7 to 10% burn. Which is off the coast of Australia, I'm sure, but at least close to Australia. But we may even be able to get an airfield on the coast of Australia and be able to refuel and then go on. It might be a more fun idea. I think I'll go to Google Maps while the airplane is flying itself. That's the boring part, that the airplane is flying itself. And then go down here on those, here down south of, we have Phillips Island. I see an airport. I want an airport because I need the fuel. So I don't think they have one that I can see at least. There's Sunset Strip, but that's not an airstrip. There's some koala conservation reserve, which might be great to visit at least. I don't see, I see a golf course in the north of Philippines. I don't see an airstrip or airport. It has to be serviced at least to some degree. So let's get off of that and go to the south here. No, so maybe which would have made sense if they did, because Australia is ginormous, and there are not that many people. The neighbor is like 1,000 miles away. Maybe not really, but yeah. I don't see any reachable. Here's a let's go to flight simulators. They have something. Well, actually on Phillip Island they have one there, but is that, don't see that to be serviced in any ways. It's untowered, but that's not the same as, oh, well, it doesn't even have runways. The longest runway not available. That doesn't really sound like they might be able to service in any way. Google Maps, you see. Google Maps should then be able to at least give me an idea. Oh yeah, I see it. On Google Maps it looks very, very much like there is absolutely no service at all in any outlet. This doesn't even look like an airstrip. So, or a question. So that is not a viable spot to land. That one don't have. When we get here, do we have anything? No. This one. But it's untowered and they haven't got any clue about the runway, so probably again the runway isn't worth landing on, I would think. There's a couple of those there. But if I can go to this one, then I probably can reach Melbourne too. This is not updated. Most likely light. Oh, there's a there are actually 3 runways within very short distance south of Melbourne. But I don't see them on Google Maps. I see them on Flight Planner from Microsoft. There's 4. So forget what I said before about he's probably not flying. And the thing with these runways though is that they haven't got this one, but that's close to Melbourne, so I'm probably better off by going to Melbourne than there's no plan. I'm going for Field, I think it was called. Right? Yeah. YN. Actual name, I don't know. YMEN. I have YMEF. No, that's MEL. And then L. There. It's actually basically in the middle of the city. YMEN. It's towered and has an okay long runway of almost 2 kilometers, so that's fine. That's for the longest one, which might be the one that I'm trying to land on, number 8. It doesn't say. Yeah, it says runway 26, but I'm not going to go for that because that's the wrong way from the wind, apparently. Also, what I get here is that the wind is 6 knots headwind on runway 8. So, and if I go to 26, then I should get tailwind. Yeah, 6 knots of tailwind, which is not really great. Then we could go to 70, that's not good. We can go to 35, which does look like a better idea, so let's do that. 35. See if it changed here. Options. Yeah. So now we're basically just going straight now this is 17. And it didn't change anything. And then I need that to add an approach with our pattern. It still think I'm going to 17, right? That's what I see. That I'm going to 17, which in this weather I wouldn't do, but it may be because it knows something that I don't know. It doesn't look like it has any weather right. We could do this, but not yet, I guess. And we need to know how. Oh no, that's not here. It's here. And we can see 97 miles, and we will very soon get the low fuel warning. That's for sure. And we are nowhere near land yet. So what does it say regarding ETA? Yeah, it's think that we're still 1 hour out. So yeah, not ideal. Was that what you say? Not ideal. NPC further south, but it's not that far away. It's called Point Cook. It looks like it's RAAF, so the Royal Australian Air Force, I guess, which could mean that I'm not going to be welcomed if I land there, I guess. So let's take that one out of the equation and see. So something. We have this one. YTYA. It's untowered, but that doesn't mean that they don't have fuel, right? Just south of Melbourne city centre. There is island, French island. It's around that island on the very northern point, and then go a little bit to the northern point, and then a little to the left. And I have Tayabb Private Aerodrome. So, and it looks like it's asphalt and probably it for sure it has a refueling stand and all that. There's a lot of airplanes when you look at it from in Google Maps. That's VOR. Kind of surprised me with this private airplane. You never know. And runway 35 again here. I think as runway 3517 is very popular in this area, then I guess the wind is very much always the same. There's a lot of crashed. They have a fueling station. I'm looking at images on Google Maps. Many interesting airplanes they have there. Like they kind of entertain the classical airplanes, not so much what people are flying today. It's a very funny airplane with a ginormous wing. And the airplane, the body of the airplane is very small. And, for sure, there's only space enough for one person. And it has a wooden propeller. But the wing is almost as big as a fuselage. It's a fun one. That could, of course, be a possibility if we get to the shore. Then I could go for that one. And I'm pretty sure that the GPS is almost taking us there. See if I can see that on map here. Should be able to see. Yeah. So, oops. So the airport that I'm looking at is right here. So if we can make it to the coast here, then and maybe we can. We are actually not that far away. But now we usually gets the low fuel warning. But maybe we need to go to 19. But I could divert to this one and refuel. It doesn't look like it's impossible, at least. What does it say? Base 18 nautical miles, which I'm 99% sure that doesn't. We cannot get 80 miles from 20% of fuel. And you can see now we have the low fuel warning, and let's acknowledge that. Normally I can press this one and then see it. Oh, that's because we are on the wind. Yeah. Of course, we go straight into some mist here. It's not, the temperature is still 11 degrees, so that's fine. And I think we could reach the coast at least. And then see, there's one here, but that YPID, I don't think I have it here. Or if I have, then it's the one that I disregarded because it's worse than it's not even a grass strip, let's say it like that. So if I go set, I should be able to see the same. I don't really get the same kind of map. Why don't I get the same kind of map? Oh, it's south of that island. So yeah, I think it's the one that I already have been looking at, Phillip Island, and that one that doesn't have any kind of fuel systems at all. It's a very it's near the National Vietnam Veterans Museum. But the airstrip doesn't look like that's maintained in any way. So I'm going to disregard that at least. And then there's this. No, that's that's a navigation point. And these two are navigation points too. Those two are navigation. So we have this one, and that's the only one. We are there. I think we at least can get to that one, and I want to do that and then refuel on that airfield. So let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to divert yet, but when we get around here, then I can go straight north, right? The runway is 35 and then 17 from here. I don't know what YTDN is, but I feel that it's not a better option. Let's see, it's here. That surely also has a fuel, and it's called Turadin Airfield, even airport. But and I'm sure that they can refuel too, but it might be a bit too far from where I want to go. I want to go over. And then we have this YNKB, but I don't think we can reach that far. You're in Springway. It should be pretty obvious when it's blue, right? Then that means it's a bigger airport, but doesn't really materializes itself on Google Map. No, it's not. It's a highway. Then this, yeah. So this one, and that's what is it? Coca-Cola's airfield. What? Well, yeah. Well, why not? So Melbourne flight training, Aerospace. Interesting airport, actually. Interesting in every way. Very interesting. Unfortunately, I think that I cannot make it up to that one, but it's actually a very interesting airport. But and it looks like it's kind of, if you want to learn how to fly, that's where you go in Melbourne. But I'm still going to try out this one, YTYA. That's it looks most promising. Near Dinosaur World in Somerville. So, do we turn yet? Yeah, we can turn a little bit. So if we go from nav to heading there, and oh, that was wrong. I think if we go here, 48, it's probably okay. Then we will go straight, and we have 17%. It's fine, and we're out of the mist. Everything looks okay. And so far this live stream has taken 1 hour and 20 minutes, so I'm guessing that people are getting a little bored of all the water. So I think I'll go even 45. Yeah, go 45. Then I believe that we are going to get there. 16, probably okay. go to Google Maps, then I should be able to see what's the most likely place to refuel. Yeah, that should be this one. I think I am right there in the refueling area. There's a lot of airplanes. But I feel that's where I don't think it means a lot, to be honest, regarding the refuel, because I probably need to do it manually anyway, so I can probably do it everywhere. Okay, that looks like a diamond actually. And then again, maybe not, because it looks like it's a two-seater. So, are we getting there? Yeah, we are. 16%. And I feel like we still need to adjust the heading a little bit. Now we can, at least we can see the coastline, I believe. Or, yeah. We can probably still not glide in, but we are close. Let's see, 56 nautical miles and 15. I don't believe we can do it. Don't think we can do it. So I'm going to take a sip of water again before we need to prepare for landing and all that. I think when we get around here, that's where I'm going to lose altitude and go for the landing. See what the map actually says. Where's this red dot in? Oh. Okay, that's actually pretty far from the airstrip, right? There's the airstrip. And where I think the refueling is in this area. Oops. I think this is the refueling station. At least it looks like we are on the right track, right? So and we still don't have enough fuel, but I'm guessing that we will be around 10% when we get to the airport, so, which is not a lot, but it's fuel, right? So, as I said, I'm going to get some water, and I will be right back. And now we're getting into some more mist. If you're from Australia, from Melbourne area, is this normal? Do you have this kind of mist? Because it looks like that on the map too, right? It looks like there's mist around the islands. So is that current, or is it reefs under the water there? It could be just currents, right? Well, it's a good thing that we diverted, because as you can see, we could never ever have made it across the bay. So that's out of the question. So a good thing that we diverted, and I'm hopeful but pretty sure that we can get to YTYA. Yeah. Tayabb, Victoria. Victoria is the province, right? Tayabb airfield. There's a lot of surf down there. Looks like. I don't see any obvious reefs. So let's get outside again, and then look at the north side there of the island, and we have the fog again, the mist. Guessing that this is common. So is that a racetrack down there? But it's not a Formula One track, at least. That's what we're going to see. That's what we're going to see in Melbourne. So actually it's called Phillips Island Grand Prix Circuit. ever race on that one? I didn't. It looks like it's for motorcycles, which makes sense in the way that I think about it. But it looks like an interesting track, and then they have the go-kart track next to it, which is a total replica of the track, and that's fun. There, and you can see the go-kart track there, and it looks just like the actual racetrack. Nobody racing right now, and we creep inside the airport. Getting closer, and I think we still need to adjust the heading a little bit to be able to reach the airport. %, so now I'm sure that we can reach this airport. So let's go to 35. Probably not enough. 30. There. And then when we get around this point, we should get around here, then we can correct again as we want to be 350. There are some wind coming in from the left, which probably is what is making us drift a bit. As you can see, we are still drifting ever so slightly this way. So I'm going to adjust the heading even more. Let's drop the altitude to 2,000 or maybe 1,800. Let's get down there. So we're still drifting to the right, and that of course doesn't help on our current fuel situation. So where's that island that's there? I don't see the airport. The airport basically should be this one, I guess. hidden in the clouds. No, we're not that. We need to look somewhere here. I think the airport is somewhere here. What's the altitude still? Let's get down, because now we are very much approaching. Could this be the airport? No, doesn't really fit, I think. And then again, maybe it does. Yeah, it actually does. So let's get this and get rid of the autopilot and get down there because we are too high. So the right one is the taxi, and we don't really want to land on the taxiway if we can avoid it. Still have wind. I don't have any lights, so let's get some flaps to help. The speed coming down. It's very narrow. It's half a runway, basically. Yeah, not great. So what I saw on Google Maps being the refueling area is this one, and it could be. That's a nice place to park your airplane. That's a levitating airplane, which of course is nice too. If you got them, you've got to show them. So they all the airplanes are actually levitating. So here we have the fuel truck, which is good. I guess that's another levitating aircraft there. And yeah, I'm just going to stop here, and then call the fuel truck. Say I want fuel now. So let's I'll stop here and then I will do the flight from here to Melbourne in another clip, because right now I'm actually trying to answer my wife's call because she is inviting me for dinner at the back of the airplane. So I'm going to do that.